Hello and welcome to ParkLogic videos. I'm Tim and this is Michael.
Hi Tim, how you going?
I'm doing good, thank you. And today's video is titled Domain Industry Models, or what sort of different domainers there are out there.
No, absolutely. Yeah, but just before we get stuck into that, I just want to say thank you very much to all those people who have been liking us. We've asked you to like us, so it's been really nice that you have. And any feedback you have would be really, really appreciated. We're doing our best here to try to share with you some of our experiences on the domain industry, and hopefully you're finding it worthwhile. Like, we noticed that a number of times the videos have been watched is going up and up and up and up, which has been really good. So thank you, one and all.
Yeah, it's been thoroughly enjoyable. So
take a look at the domain industry.
Yeah.
So what business models are there? It's really interesting. We were talking about this just the other day internally, both Dave and I and one of our operations guys, and talking about how do we actually meet as ParkLogic. How do we meet the different businesses people drive off domains? And
so how do you meet different businesses?
Well, the first thing, well, that's an interesting question, maybe for another video session. But the first thing is, what models are there? We've mentioned this a little bit in the past, but I'd like to unpack it a little bit more. I think it'd be really worthwhile. The first thing is this: is we see that as the full service domainer. A full service domainer.
Full service domainer.
Exactly. If you're a person out there who's saying, I wish I could just get rid of the headache of my domains and get a check each month, then we offer that as a service. We have private equity firms, investment firms, and everything like that. They put their whole portfolios with us, and we manage their portfolios for them. From where to go, everything from a series of business rules of what are the business rules to actually drive the portfolio from, of which domains should expire, why we should let them expire. We manage even the registrar, any legal issues, contractual things such as selling a domain. Or
so for them it's simple and easy to remember.
Yeah, but they just get a check each month and they say thank you very much. And that's a clientele out there we find that we work really well with. Not many people deal with them, and quite often they're quite difficult to work with. Not because it's difficult people, because they may have had a bad experience along the way, and so we have to take them through it. Like, we had one person who had a registrar disintegrate around them and all sorts of stuff, so we rescued their assets. Not good. Yeah. So the other sort of domainers I put into another bucket, which is the traffic domainers, and they're from small to large, and we work with them as well, and they typically like doing things themselves. And although they appreciate us optimizing their domains and everything, they like to know that they can go in, set a keyword. They like to go in and tweak things here and there and that sort of stuff. The other domainers we find that love getting lots of data.
Yeah. I've brought a lot of these sort of traffic domainers on board through applications. Yeah, absolutely. And they say, well, we heard ParkLogic's pretty good. We like the way your system works, and you know, we'd like you to help us out, but you know, we'd like to do some things as well. Exactly.
So they'd like to do some stuff. So we find there's another segment of those sort of people, and we have a whole suite of services for them, and we like working with them. And we, like you said, you bring a lot of those people on board. There's another segment, Tim, which are very different. They're not traffic.
Yeah.
They're really into sales. And I want to divide the sales up into two sort of segments. One is I believe a rainbow will hit me one day and a pot of gold will be at the other end. Okay. In other words, I have a domain, I think it's worth $1 million, and one day that $1 million check will arrive.
Okay.
Yeah, and look, some domains are definitely worth
So
that.
if you've got a really good, unique keyword that's for a company that hasn't been invented yet or something like that.
Or it's a generic. Like, what do you think... we know people out there with just a portfolio of pure generic domain names. Generic domain names sort of like medicine.com, marketing.com. Those sort of domains are just single word, high value domains that people type in.
Yeah.
Okay. The other sort of domainer is the stock guys on the sales side. They're saying to themselves, okay, I've got 10,000 domains. They're all worth about, say, $500 each to $1,000 each.
Yeah.
If I can get more, great. But I'm happy to part with them for that.
Okay.
And they mean multi-word sort of domains.
So they get domains purely for the buying and selling of domains.
Yeah, exactly. So they're doing a stock turn. So they may sell 1% of their domains each year. and they're wanting to then take it to 2% or 3%. And so we have a service for them.
Okay.
Yeah. For instance, at the moment, we don't even charge a commission on any sales. We don't do anything. In fact, we make nothing from any domain sales on the ParkLogic platform right now. And we're looking at expanding that whole area of how do we actually encompass that and provide greater facilities for that sort of market. And those people are really good. Like, they appreciate a little bit of revenue to help them pay the registration fees and things, but ultimately they're after they want to sell domains.
Okay.
Then we've got another segment that we found we're dealing with, which is the corporate guys.
Okay.
The corporate players, they're very interesting. And the thing that we're finding that we have a whole suite of offerings for them. And some of those offerings are things like, obviously, the optimization side.
Okay.
Yeah, they value optimization. They value some of the rigor we put around auditing and things like that. There's a lot of the reporting in there. We find that we really resonates with that group. And plus, they're after domain sales. They're basically after, give me the revenue, but also what a lot of the disciplines that we've adopted. And that works very well. So we have these different segments, which really we have a service offering for each one of them, Tim. The other thing, I think the last segment is one that people don't like to talk about typically, and that's the arbitrage players.
Yeah, no one wants to talk about those guys.
To me, that there is 3 sections of arbitrage players.
Okay.
There is the quotation mark scumbags.
Yeah.
Who basically they just want to dump a whole lot of garbage traffic on you, hopefully grab some money out, and see you later.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to deal with those people. We have all sorts of processes and everything. Like, by the way, those sort of people are their worst nightmare. They got past all the security controls of every parking company, plus our own security controls. And let me tell you, that group there, don't do it. I say it again, just don't do it. Number one is you'll get burnt. Eventually, if you're not burnt already, you'll lose a whole lot.
I normally have to tear through those sort of people daily.
Yeah, in terms of like going through accounts and everything like that. Yeah, so making sure they don't get on the platform. So we don't want the bad arbitrage. Then there's what I would call the new generation of arbitrages, and the new generation say, look, Google and Yahoo want quality.
Yeah,
we need to give them quality. And those sort of people are beginning to emerge, to realize that, hey, it's not a game of hopefully get in, get money, see you later. They say, let's build a real business here. And they're interesting to work with, and we're finding it's quite fascinating to see some of these more sensible business people.
A little bit more mature than...
Much more mature.
Yeah.
Much more mature. And... we have to be very careful and everything like that, because we're working with people in that sort of area. You want to maintain the quality of the network and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so it's something we've identified as a market segment that is out there.
Okay.
Then I would call it the other arbitrage players, which are the
third category,
the dumb and stupid.
Yeah,
they're the ones that say, "You mean if I get some domains and I go along and I can buy a whole lot of garbage traffic over here? Yeah. Well, they don't know it's garbage because they're dumb and stupid. I can buy a whole lot of traffic over here. I can dump it on these domains, and magic happens. I make lots of money."
Okay.
And all they do is they blow up the domains, they don't get paid, and everyone, it ends in tears.
It's like a 3-year-old playing with TNT.
Correct. Yeah, so the question you've always got to ask yourself, if the traffic the arbitrage player is buying or sourcing is of such high quality, then why is it that they themselves the traffic source themselves don't send it to, say, Google and Yahoo? Instead, they go to you and say, pay me money up front. This is the great risk of arbitrage. Pay me money up front, and then if I'm the arbitrager, and then I don't get paid. So there's a huge amount of risks there.
It's like, why don't these people drink their own magic tonic?
Yeah, so when I say that the quotation marks are good or more sensible ones, is they're actually creating relationships with real websites. They're getting real traffic. It's ultimately all advertising is some sort of form of arbitrage. They're trying to get that traffic on from their domains. They're not doing fancy stuff, but real good, good quality traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing that's to look out for always. And so we've identified these different areas, but I think that the 99% of our traffic is on the generic and high quality,
and the traffic sort of guys.
Yeah, exactly. So if we see something's bad on our bad traffic, we eject it from the system. If it's really bad, then we may obviously they have to say to the client, "See you later."
Yeah.
Because there's one thing we're absolutely paranoid about is maintaining that quality. That's the only thing that counts is quality and conversion for advertisers. Conversion for advertisers, better user experience, better for everyone in the whole supply chain.
Easy.
Yeah, so exactly. So it's getting from the advertiser to the user and that whole in-between sort of washing. It's making sure that is quality. And that's ultimately, if you look at Google and Yahoo, that's what they want.
Yeah.
They want to match the user to the advertiser and get the quality happening.
Okay, yeah, it's good. We better wrap it up now?
Yeah, I think so. But anyway, so there are a number of different segments. So one thing I'd like to say is this, is when you look at your own portfolio, think about what segment, because you may be one domainer in multiple different segments. What segment you're going to play? And by the way, I don't do arbitrage, so for those of you wondering, I don't do it. I think it's a very risky proposition. That's just me. So take a look at it. At your domain portfolio, say, is it sales or is it traffic?
Yeah.
Things like that, and begin to develop what business model your domains are going to be in.
Yeah.
Because that's the start of extracting the most value from them, and we can help you with that. We like helping people. Tim?
Yeah, it's
I like helping people. So feel free to contact us at any stage. And if I can just say, if you're signing up with ParkLogic, please put on ParkLogicVideos.com.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe to us
to our video channel, or go to ParkLogic.com and see this video there. If you come from YouTube, if you're already on ParkLogic, you can go to YouTube. Anyway, it's regardless.
The other thing, can I just ask this, is that if you have any ideas or topics, or you think, I've always wondered what, or I wondered about this, or I wondered about that, please let us know. We'd really like to hear from you, and if you can come back to us, that would be great on that, and we can take it from there.
All right, see you guys later.
See you later, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.